Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for September 23rd. We're currently looking at the US Japanese yen pair. This particular pair closed up today. It did move much lower, but did pull back and close higher. Now, we are looking for this pair to continue moving sideways with a bias that is sideways also. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 92.04. Possibly as low as 89.83. Look for some resistance around 91.60 and look for some support around 90.61 in this pair. Now let's take a look at the Euro USD. This pair did move higher, did break previous resistance, but did pull back and close lower. We are looking for this pair to continue to move sideways, but definitely has an upward bias. Look for this pair to potentially move as high as 149.27, possibly as low as 146.57. Look for some resistance around 147.90 and look for some support around 146.80 in this pair. Now let's take a look at the pound US dollar pair. This pair moved much higher, did close down for the day. It is still moving sideways with the bias that is sideways. Look for this pair to potentially move as high as 165.71, possibly as low as 162.24. Look for some resistance around 163.99 and look for some support around 162.28 in this pair. Now switching to the US Swiss, this pair did break through previous support but did close up for the session. It is moving sideways with a bias to the downside. Look for this pair to potentially move as high as 1.335, possibly as low as 10122. Look for some resistance around 10325 and look for some support around 10213 in this pair. Now, as far as news announcements goes, we don't really have any news, any significant news rather, being released tomorrow. We're not really looking for any news there. We are looking for, though, as far as what we're looking to trade during this next session. Let me zoom out a little bit. We're in the pound US dollar pair on the 4-hour time frame. If you notice, we have an area here of basically a window of opportunity is what I like to call it. If you come over here, we have an area where during this 4-hour time period and during this 4-hour time period, the market just moved between those 2 points and it moved fairly quick, between those two, making an area of what I like to call a window of opportunity. Now, between those two, there's about a 50 pip area there, right around 50 on that. So what I'm looking for during this next session is for us to get a break, or during this next session over the next couple of 4-hour time frames, looking for this to break the 1.6307 mark and head on down and tag the 1.6256 area. So that's a good place. We're gonna look to take a profit. Now, if you're looking for a stop loss, I'd use a 1-to-1 stop loss. As far as going to break even, if you want to go break even pretty quick, go ahead and take this 4-hour bars low and go to break even at that point. And then you can, if you wanted to, let me see if I can put that there, basically at 1.6295, about 12 pips down, you could go to break even, and at that point hopefully it would continue on down to our take profit, but this would get you into a break even situation really quick, which means you probably will be stopped out, especially in the pound US dollar pair. But if it acts like it does or did during these 4-hour sessions, or 4-hour time frames rather, bars, the market's just going to go through them pretty quick. So you have a good idea, a good possibility of it going and hitting our take profit. So that's kind of what I'm looking for over the next session, looking at my 4-hour time frame. Well, that about does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.